Welcome to my YouTube channel, podcast and vlog with Ole. Ole, 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 ole. Thanks for joining the Connectors channel, where we connect on different topics. Hope you like, subscribe, comment, and share the video with your friends. And don't forget to click on the bell icon for when next time I drop some new content. You can find me on different social platforms as Olebogeng Kolwane. I'm on LinkedIn, Facebook, Instagram, and TikTok. Here we'll be discussing everything to do with computer science, tech, educational topics like work, gym, get to know my family, meet my wife and wonderful kids. I'll know my hobbies and we'll do more or less activities. Interviewing regular people on the ground.
And their breakfast is so nice. This year you can treat this thing serious. Are going places overseas, because now what's happening with these developed countries, tech people in that are in their world, they're expensive. They are looking where? At India, they are looking into South Africa. Not cheap labor, but we are affordable because dollars compared to the rent, those exchanges. So most of their tech things, they are based here. The operational side will be overseas, but the tech things, they are hiring more developers, testers, business analysts. There's a project manager, project owner. I want those people. They are literally based here. Because what COVID did helped us. You can work online. America, I forgot in the US how many hours. But those things you can manage, because there are people when, as South African, we sleep around 9, 10, 11. There are people who wake up work for those big corporations like Microsoft and Twitter, Google. What they are doing is, there's one person, that is what I'm saying, clean up your programming skills, because everything now is shifting to development. You get requirements from a PA, business analyst, or from the project owner or the project manager itself, or from the direct from the stakeholder. You get your requirements, you wear different hats. So Microsoft nowadays, it's one person working on a feature. Maybe, currently it's one person. It's no longer a team like back in the day. It's like development task. First analysis, development analysis. What does the story need? What does it entail? After that, then they do what we call unit testing. Unit test is done by the same person, and they do what we call testing now, SIT. They try and break the system to check for loopholes and all that. They do their own UAT. After they do a release, they write it off, they deploy it. It's working, you can use it the next day. That whole process is done by one person. That's where computer science is going to. We are entering the engineering space. When I started this thing in a team, I started as a software tester, like I told you. In a team, there will be 3 or 4 testers. Currently, everything is automated. You just need one tester to come and push the button to check. Even other teams don't have testers. To show you what the teams are shrinking. So, my brother, do this every day. Make sure you don't sleep without putting a piece of code. One line, bro. Start with hello world. Other things like your goals, future inspirations, ethics and plans and certificates and boot camps and short courses. Gonna do them in our next session. Let's put the remaining ones in the next agenda. Maybe this week try and reflect, and I'll share my email with you. Within that email, you tell me, or you know what, our meeting feedback we discussed. You just say meeting feedback. Every time when we have this session, you'll tell me the meeting feedback. This is the feedback. We talked about this. I've learned 1, 2, 3, or I need to improve in 1, 2, 3. Just a small email. I think by Friday or Thursday, you should send it to me. But it's not a lot because we are starting. As I was telling you, for now, then I got my biggest break. Did this internship with Department of Public Works. It's nice alleviating my mother out of that pressure. My mother got alleviated. I could buy myself toiletries and other things. Then later on, after knocking off, I come fresh enough, go to the lab. Spend at the lab 3, 4 hours, 5 hours there. Leave at the lab around 11, come and sleep. So it was my routine. That discipline, that dedication, it's what I taught myself. Or at least, even if I've dedicated 3, 4 hours to the lab, because I was doing research by the time. Go there, one article, read it, then leave. Because mental fatigue and all that, you need to balance. You see. And now at the time I was treating computer science and everything like I was doing like I grew up in a country where we had tuck shops. After school you are in a tuck shop. Because in a tuck shop you know what? There were goodies there. We are there, we are acting as security and all that. I was there every time. Then I said, but I was doing this all the time. Why don't I shift my mind and do that all the time thing in what I'm doing currently? Then I sacrificed, then it paid off. Even now, it's still paying off because you know what I said. Now I need to focus. On my masters, I focused. Yes, I was dating. She's currently my wife, fortunately now. Masters, I did it in record time in 2 years. After then, graduated in record time, got work that same year. Graduated 2017 in April. June, July, they called me, went, did those interviews, those assessments. Yeah, it was all in one day with a bunch of people. So people were getting eliminated. I was the lucky one, then I got that chance. Started with an internship. My friend was staying in Mojozi. He accommodated me. We are sharing most of the things because you know internship it's a stipend. The money is not enough, you know. And at home they will boost me. My mother, sister, hey, this month get 200, get 500, get this. You see, then I survive. You survive as an individual. And by then, I was only not buying too many things. I had an account which I was paying so that at work I look presentable. I don't look like my problems. I had an account because if you start working, get one account. I had an Edgar's account because Edgar's has sportswear, has formal wear, has casual wear. Started, then I was with this company called Wipro at the time. Is an Indian-based organization. My internship there. Then yeah, then I started the first 6 months. It was training, QA, software engineer, all the testing tools, automation. Then it was making traction. Then we did the automation and manual work. I got an opportunity, and fortunate enough, me because I was good in programming. My first job, still under Wipro at APSA, I was a developer. Tell myself, these things are easy. If you put your mind to it, you are dedicated, you can do anything. Then I moved to Liberty. I've been around in different sectors, insurance, banking, and government. And I went to Liberty. Liberty worked there, tested the applications under FICA. There's this regulation anti-money laundering and all that, illicit financial flows. Then that's where I started. And after that, I left Liberty and we saying, for you know what, I need to grow as an individual. You need to test your boundaries. Went to government. Government, I was at the Department of Correctional Services. At the Department of Correctional Services. Yeah, I did an orientation there. It was scary. For the first time being in that hostile environment. We went there. We did an orientation. I saw how they ate, how they were living for court, the systems they were using then, they were manual. We were brought in as a team to come and automate most of the to do away with physical papers and all that. Yes. Then while I was there, I learned fascinating stuff like those guys. Like I never knew in South Africa that we have so many people who are undocumented and they are in prisons. They will find out, you know what, I'm undocumented. If you send an API or ask the Department of Home Affairs, they can't find me. I'm not there in their databases. They will say what? They will scratch all their fingerprints. So those people who can identify. You'll ask their names. They don't have names. I don't have an idea. I don't have anything. So for those people, we create what we call unique identifiers back then, so that they can be identified. Because majority of these guys, from time to time, they will leave the center itself, go to court, other for health reasons, go to clinics and checkups. Others go outside just for that 1 hour of exercising. So they need to be counted. So we created a system to count them. Because in the evening when they are closing the prison cells, if in the morning they've opened for 10 people, in the evening there should also be 10 people that are inside the cell. If one is missing, what happened to that one? If they escape and all that, then you ask the system escalates. Or one person missing from there. Did they go to court and got bail? Those things need to be registered. Yeah, it was fun, and there were 4 modules. It was incarceration, remand, community service, including body satellite, the parole system, how it works. They do so they need to be a trial. What happens in trial? It's part of remand. And when someone goes to court, then they are executed for this number. Now they go into incarceration, they go and serve. Then at a later stage, how do they qualify for parole and all that after ABSA? Then because it's banks, because as bank people we travel around banks. So now I'm at Investec. I'm currently doing well there, so it's nice there. It's a different whole environment. It's not your typical structure that everyone is used to manage. There's a flex structure, is different. Working, and also I forgot I was a lecturer at Olebogeng College. I've been working. I was a lecturer because I have master's degree. For you to qualify to be a lecturer, you have to have a master's or a PhD. While I was doing honors, they introduce you into the lecturing things and into research. You do a mini project, research, and you do advanced courses like advanced databases, advanced, so that when you get to masters, you specialize. I was an SI, student assistant, where I was lecturing sometimes when the lecture is not there because I was doing masters. I could lecture foundation and first year students. Saying, I'm here to guide you. I've been everywhere. I've been in insurance, I've been banking, I've been government, I've been in the higher education lecture. And I've worked also at University of UJ. I was a software tester. I forget, I've done a lot. Yo. If you look at my CV, it's a lot. Sometimes I do forget because I normally don't go for interview, especially now because I'm at Investec and I love the place. I'm saying, it's really important for me to be going for interviews. Now, because sometimes you decide for it, is it about money or skill? If you choose money, you're not gonna go far. But if you go for skill, this thing called money is gonna follow you. Yeah, go for skill, be good in whatever you do, and the money follow you everywhere. Because nowadays with the new generation, management is trying to move to increase their responsibilities within the job, or move them to another team. The first question they ask, it's man, what are you gonna give me all the time? They don't look at the bigger picture, the skill sets, what I'll be learning there, becoming more valuable to the business. So young people, they are always, if you are always chasing money, you are in a red race and you are gonna be caught in a place where you're expensive for other organizations or departments to afford you, and you lack in skill. And when you are too expensive and you lack in skill, it's where you get retrenched. Number one, you get retrenched because you are old now. You have not been studying. You have been chasing money when you left and right. Then you are in that trap. But when you chase skill, the money is gonna come, a lot of it, I'm telling you. And all these companies bid for the hire for someone who's efficient, who knows the skills, who can solve their problems quicker. They bid for that person, they want those people here. In computer science, if you don't study or upgrade yourself with this certificate and all that, you are dead. I know there's this other guy, I'll play you a video of him. He was a security personnel. He did certificates. Now he's employed with Microsoft in the in America, being paid in dollars. Life has changed from guarding people at night, getting peanuts. Now he's earning a lot, bro.
I'm a connector. I'm closing the podcast, the vlog here. Yeah, it was nice talking to Siphelele Mthethwa. Yeah, my mentee. We've done a lot. It was just the first series. The other series will be coming up. I just say thank you for those who subscribed. If you haven't subscribed, please subscribe and watch videos. See you on the next series, next episode. Thank you very much. One love, my connector.